Everyone, this is Bob Kramer giving you your August economic update. There was a recent article that talked about the high price of stocks right now, meaning that they've reached some all-time highs, and some people are concerned that we're going to have a rather significant downturn. I can't speak to whether we will or we won't. Generally speaking, there are at least one or two 10% corrections over a 6-month period. And we've already had one of those, so it wouldn't be surprising if we had another 10% correction before the end of the year. Regardless of that, I want to make sure that you have a way to make sure you're feeling comfortable long-term with your investment profile or your investment philosophy. We at Financial Partners have been advocating a bucket plan system of where to keep your money. So we divide up the money into different categories, such as soon, now, or later. Now, the now bucket is that money that you don't want to risk. Those are the things that you want to pay for in the next year. So are you going to need to replace your vehicle, whether it be a used or new vehicle? You should have those monies available in the next 12 months in a very safe place. You don't want any market volatility to harm that money that you're going to be needing in the next 12 months. So it could be car, it could be repairs on your home, replace an air conditioner or furnace, lots of things can go wrong. But I would keep that money in a very safe place, such as a money market account, CDs, checking or savings. That is now money, and that is sleep at night money, where you're not going to have that dependent on the market return for what when you're going to take that money out. The last thing you want to do is take money out when we've had a 20 or 25% correction, which certainly could happen. The soon money, or the soon bucket, should be planned income source for retirement. So we look at this as you want the money to stay up with inflation best you can. And inflation has been averaging 4% over the last 20 years, but lately around 2.5%. You want to beat that. And of course, you have to pay taxes on that money as well if you're going to need it soon. So keeping that money in a very safe place, I would suggest maybe looking at investment grade bonds that have a very reasonable debt to equity ratio, no more than 50% debt to equity ratio. And this money should be allocated towards the early years of retirement. There are some instruments that can have some safety protection, like buffered exchange traded funds, but that would only be money that you're going to use in a soon or later place. So keep that money fairly safe and try to keep up with inflation with that money. The later bucket is long-term growth. That could be invested in the stock market in a very diversified, professional way that you're not going to need that money right away. You don't want to pull the money out when markets are very volatile, and you have to worry about that. So this would be 10-year or more money. It could even be legacy money that you would want to leave to your children, your favorite charity, a religious institution, wherever that money is going to be held. Should be in a later bucket and could have market volatility in it, so you can get the maximum return on this. Should you have some expertise in real estate management, that could also be regarded as a later bucket. But I would divide your money in those different categories so you can sleep well, and when you need the money, it's there and it doesn't have that market volatility where taking money in a bad time is not part of the equation. Have a great summer. We're heading into school year, and college football is just right around the corner. Enjoy the rest of your summer and fall.